I really like the way you return a result array from
Hmm.
the queries. And it appears that, and I'm asking for confirmation, it appears that you return a result array every time, no matter the query. Even if it's empty,
Correct. Yeah.
even if you say select, star blah 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 limit one, it's
Yeah.
gonna be an array every time.
Every time.
Okay, I love this
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. A lot of magic, but some things just got to be predictable. That's
Yes, the principle of least
yeah.
surprise. Have no
Yeah.
idea how much code I have written in my life where it's like handling the null case, handling the single case, handling the
Hmm.
more than one case. And it's like those two, like no results and one result, are oftentimes treated as special cases.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're returning an array every time, an array with 0 is just an array. An array with 1 is
Right.
just an array. An array with 75 is just an array. And so that is the way to do it. Where did you learn that? I know I've learned it from a specific place, but where'd you get that principle? That it's kind of like a mixture of the principle of least surprise, but
Hmm.
also there's a uniform access principle, which it's kind of that. I don't think that's exactly what that principle is about, but it is you're uniformly accessing the
Mm.
results. So I'm curious where you learned that, because that's a brilliant API design, if you ask me.
Yeah. I don't remember where I learned it, but I got an idea. It might come from. So I haven't studied anything with programming. I started out as a designer, and it's like some of these principles in design, they affect how I write my code. So also, if you're doing a user interface or building stuff like that, it's the same thing. The code, the userland portion of my library is like an interface design, right? Just like a graphical user interface design. So perhaps from there, I'm not sure.
Okay. I will tell you, I learned it from jQuery, because
Ah,
that is the way jQuery
right.
works
Yeah,
to this
yeah.
day when you do selectors.
It might have been from there I got it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just never
I always,
thought about it.
yeah, I think about it because when I just used jQuery long enough because I used to, deal with all the edge cases. And I started realizing it's almost like I didn't realize at first. It's like I feel like my code has less edge case handling than when I was writing
Hmm.
jQuery stuff. And I'm like, why
Yeah.
is that? And I realized, well, it's because you get an array every time. And
Yeah.
so you don't have those two special cases of empty or one.
Hmm.
And I started writing all my code that way to return, if I'm going to return a set, sometimes I'm going to return a set every time. And
Yeah.
so when I see that in the wild, I think, okay, this person knows what they're doing. And I wonder, did they see it in jQuery? So maybe you did, but
Yeah.
osmosis, learn it through osmosis without knowing that you did. But yeah, I could see where design
Yeah.
principles would also have. It's kind of the "don't make me think" concept, because that's kind of what
Hmm.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that with destructuring in JavaScript, it also became so much better